Like I said, it is a work in progress, and we have continued to urge the service providers to make the relevant investments in terms of building out their capacities, in terms of not engaging in some promos or some kinds of exercise that will put unnecessary pressure on the network. As we are aware, 98% of telephones here are mobile. So everything mobile, office is mobile, home is mobile, market is mobile, everywhere is mobile. So that is exerting a lot of pressure on the network. Unlike in some countries where you have the fixed, when people are home, they use their fixed lines.
Yes.
When in the office, they use the fixed lines. But in our own case, the office line is mobile. The home line is mobile. So people are communicating all the time. So what that does is that there's a lot of traffic. The networks are continuously engaged at its optimal performance. You know, unlike maybe situations where, for instance, maybe like 60% probably is fixed, and then when people are on the fixed line, then there is less pressure on the network for the mobile. But, you know, we believe that by the time we have the networks fully, you know, when we have base stations rolled out, you know, perversely, you know, across the nation, you know, where you have sufficient base stations to be able to, you know, have, you know, seamless transfer, you know, handover of calls from cell to cell across the nation, then, you know, we from time to time may still have some of these challenges. But the point is that the regularity is what we're looking at now. I mean, how have we fared in terms of drop calls, in terms of congestion in the network, and some of all of those parameters that we have? How have we fared? Well, I would say that, well, we have made some progress. We are not there yet. We're not pretending that we're there. But it's a work in progress, and we believe that, for instance, the privatization that is going on in power, you know, would impact significantly on telecoms when all of these independent power producers come on stream, and networks are able to latch on to some of these, you know, transmission lines and be able to provide services across the nation. Because really, you have situations where you have some base stations in some remote locations on the road as you are traveling, in some locations like that. And so, and continuously, people have to go to those places to provide the necessary, you know, services that are required. But of course, some security situations also makes it impossible for people to be able to attend to some of these things in a very, very timely manner. So, but we believe that, you know, when this is addressed holistically, the issues of security addressed, multiple taxation, multiple regulation, and then also...
All right, it's live, and we are reaching you live on this platform. It's a GlobalNet show, and well, Tony Ojobo fielding questions from us late 2014. Like we said before, we took that very, very enthusiastic about the performances of the networks, and eventually, Fidel, there was no big fine, no big armor at the end of last year.
Yeah, because I think they've come to that logical conclusion that we're not going to find our way out of this seeming problem. So what you need to do is continuous engagement.
Yeah.
I've also held that nobody starts a business just to serve bad menu. Because you take a loan from the bank. The banks are on you. So what do you have to do is to provide good quality service so that people can pay you for those services you give, for you to now pay back your, you know, your loans. So we appreciate them for that wisdom, and that is also to say that the operators should not become complacent.
And say this is the way it is. Take it or leave it.
Yes.
You know, because it looks as if we are starting 2015 really, really on a very bad note. The quality of the services have been extremely poor. You know, and well, they have to continue to wake up to their responsibility. Don't also forget that Fidel is over 10 years. these guys know where the problems are. You know,
It's
and,
power,
we are saying that since they know where the problems are, Fidel,
Yes.
they have one time to, you know, because they know that, look, nobody is going to come and solve this problem for
Operators
us.
are not power holding companies. So
Yeah.
there is a limit to which you can even put a backup power. Whether it is going to be solar or not, these things don't come easy.
Yeah, okay.
And they're not things you go to Mega Plaza, pay, and then they will give you.
Some have argued, Fidel, that even in the equipments that are being deployed today,
Yes.
those equipment should have been, you know, manufactured, you know, from the manufacturers there,
Yes.
with the background knowledge that these are our peculiar problems,
Yes.
where we are going to deploy
It is coming, and that
yes.
is for the backhaul.
Yeah, okay.
That's for the backhaul, to transmit from one location to the other.
Yeah.
Companies like Nokia are working on that.
On that, okay.
They are having an event next week,
Okay, yeah.
February 3rd, and I'm sure it will be part of the things they are going to showcase. Okay.
Yeah.
But beyond that, you also need a robust system. Those ones are okay if you want to provide data, maybe. It is a bridge. It is not a permanent long-term solution for you to do a long-haul, you know, data, signal transfer. The fact is that government must do its basic, you know, social service to provide power.
Okay.
Because it is not going down to homes where before you didn't have just one generator. Now it's coming to a point where you have to have two or even three.
Yeah, so you have the solar panels, you back them up with the generator, and so that everything just must go right, you know. So,
I mean, there are no shortcuts to
there-
this thing. No matter what somebody says that you should have known. Should have known what? That every year you run budgets to do A, B, C, D. You sell off everything, but people don't see the, you know,
it should
results.
it should be getting better. That's what we are saying.
Is it?
It should be getting better.
Yes.
Because year on, we are talking about these problems.
Yes.
Okay, the operators know these problems are
Yes.
there. You know, at least in their own way. You are talking about companies that are making billions from this environment.
Yes.
Look at MTN, for instance, Fidel.
Yes.
You know, this companies made billions and billions.
And they've also
you
paid
know.
billions in
Yes,
taxes to
in
you
taxes
now.
and all of that.
Yes.
But because if they find solution to these things, they make more money.
How?
You know, if I'm trying to make a call, the call doesn't go
the
through.
state governments, local governments that set up what they call IPP.
Yeah.
Most of them were wasted because the federal government or whatever could not
not
integrate them
integrate,
into the
yes,
national
yes.
grid. So
Just-
when you go to a small company, say you have to power your network. This is a huge country, man.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, but others are doing it, and we know that Dangote Group is powering their own power for their own manufacturing companies.
That is another
you know,
matter
for
entirely,
another
man.
day.
That's another matter. When you collect 30%, you know, your tax waiver. You know the implication of that?
Let us leave that.
Please.
They are making money. Let them. We know. We have heard the argument, Fidel, that those who are responsible for making, you know, for certain services should live up to those responsibilities. We have had that, but on the other hand as well,
Yes.
to protect your services, to protect your company, to make because at the end of the day, it's your services. No, the Nigerian consumer don't want to know all this analysis.
Yes.
All these things we are saying, we are just helping the networks explain the problems. The end user there has paid for that service. He doesn't want to hear any story. I
Perhaps
just want
so.
my phone to work.
Perhaps so.
Yeah.
His phone is working.
Yeah?
Yes, his phone is
Not
working.
optimally. Not optimally.
What is wrong with it?
The networks must do better. The services have been extremely poor. You know.
It's
Okay.
all right.
Let's go. Let's go fast, Fidel. Winners. Let's not talk about pessimistic. Let's just talk about things that bring smiles to your face.
Yes.
Apple brings smiles to your face any day.
Oh, well, that is cool. That is cool because they are in an environment where things work. I'm sure if they were to come to Nigeria, it's still the same grammar we're going to be speaking.
They
will divest. Yes,
maybe
now.
they will just say, look, we have
Please.
had enough of
Yes.
this. Because some people, it's not just about the money. Some people just want peace of mind when they're doing their business.
And then the corporate governors, they come from an environment where they don't need to bribe you
Yeah.
to get a bottle of water.
Yeah.
most of American companies have been fined and fined out of business in Africa, particularly Nigeria,
Because
of
they pay fine.
They
They pay bribe.
Yes.
Once the authorities catch you paying bribe,
You are in-
I
you are in
think
trouble.
your business is gone down.
Yes.
Because the fines they give to you will just run you out
So
of business.
it's only the Chinese and the
Okay.
Indians that
Yes.
can run here because they know how to evade the taxes.
They know even more than
And it is
more
unfortunate
than the
that
Nigerians.
our governments embrace, these people
that kind of
as,
culture.
Come on.
These things have
Come on.
to stop. These things have to stop. We keep saying it. Okay. Frantically, Fidel, this is the part one of our analysis into winners and losers 2014. We'll do the second part next week by the grace of God. Is asking us to to leave this space. All right, well, we have to obey him. Let's bring it to an end, but let's do it again next week. I'm Kunle Aborishade. Have a fantastic Thursday, Fidel.
Thank you for watching. Please, when you drive with care.